Legends Festival 2025 begins this month, and to be honest, I have no idea what they could even be planning. I would assume that this year's Legends Festival would be special because this is the 7th year that Dragon Ball Legends has been going on, and we've already went through the 7th anniversary, and that was special. So hopefully with Legends Festival, they'll at least make that special in relation to how long the game has been going on for. But the thing is, when it comes down to Legends Festival, usually that's like the super like big event of the year, right? It's to wrap up the year. We get like exciting new units and all sorts of like cool things that come along with it. But last year, we really didn't get that, with the exception of Ultra Beast Gohan. But we really didn't get that excitement factor during last year's Legends Festival. And then with this year's anniversary, personally speaking, I think the best part of that anniversary was part 3. I think part 1 was kind of just safe. And then part 2, we got Goku and Vegeta. But I mean, they came with like, the whole ground mechanic and like they have the, unique clash animation, all that stuff. So it was solid. It was solid. But part 3 was what really made it stand out because of the dual ultras. But with Legends Festival, they really got to step it up because in the grand scheme of things, this year, Dragon Ball Legends has not been cooking at all. And again, that's up to a certain point. During the beginning of the year, when we got like, the future characters and all that stuff, and then leading up to when we got the Daima units, like, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, all that stuff, those were great. Those were great. Then we got Demon King Piccolo and Tambourine, and everything started going all over the place. So Legends Festival this year really needs to step it up. They need to wrap up the year with a bang. And there's 3 things in particular that I could think of that might just give it that edge in relation to like what we see in this year. With the very first thing that I've noticed being this year, we haven't gotten a single Goku and Vegeta fusion at all. Like usually we would get those around anniversary, right? Whether it's Gogeta or Vegeta. And it's been that way every single year until this year. Because for the final units of the anniversary, we got Ultra Super Saiyan Goku and Ultra Full Power Frieza. Granted, those choices were great and those units are fantastic. But we did not get any fusion character for Goku and Vegeta this year at all. Now, when it comes down to options, the only thing that I can realistically think of that I guess it would make sense and will also give this character a bit more representation would be another Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Now, yes, we did just get one last year, but it's already been, actually a year and a half at this point. But Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was the last, Super Saiyan 4 fusion that we had. And then before that, it was many, many years prior during the 3rd anniversary. So they could try to give us that, but I think just giving us like an LF Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is not enough. There's one thing that they can do to really make that unit stand out. Give them the synchro gauge. I don't understand, like, just to put things into perspective, the synchro gauge was introduced last year during the 6th anniversary. And the thing is, we had 2 characters with them. We had Super Vegito and we had Gogeta Blue, and both of them had that gauge. It was a really cool mechanic that people have been begging and like pleading to have in Dragon Ball Legends for years at that point, and we finally got it, and people love the units. And then nothing else happened with that mechanic ever again, up to this very day. And the cherry on top of all that, this year we got, LF Fusion Zamasu around the beginning of the year. We got LF Kefla a little bit past the anniversary, and we just got Ultra Half-Corrupted Fusion Zamasu. None of them have that gauge. Granted, I can understand like Ultra Half-Corrupted Fusion Zamasu is Ultra unit, so sure, but Kefla doesn't have it, and regular like LF Fusion Zamasu doesn't have it. So we've had a few fusion units this year, and none of them have that gauge. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. So maybe with an LF Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, they could give him that gauge and they can make the unit really special. And not only that, GT did get a decent buff this year, so maybe they can like have that be like the cherry on top. Who knows, right? We'll have to see. But I think that would be like one of the better options in terms of like adding the synchro gauge back. Otherwise, if not for them, then the only thing I could see would either be Super Gogeta and Vegito Blue, kind of to, you know, go with the inverse of what we got last year during the anniversary. So they could do that too, and it would work, and I'd be totally fine with that. But all in all though, bringing the synchro gauge back would be amazing. And if they're gonna do it, seeing that they didn't do it for Kefla and they didn't do it for Fusion Zamasu, you might as well just do it with, you know, Goku and Vegeta. Oh, not to mention last year, after we got the synchro gauge, we got Gotenks. He doesn't even have that too. So again, just it would be cool to see it come back with whether it's Gogeta or whatever other fusion unit. But that aside, there is one thing that's actually been gone for much longer than that, if you will. If you guys remember, you know, one of the previous Legends festivals, we ended up getting a really, really cool unit. And that unit is Tag, Goku, and Bardock. That was our very first summonable, like premium game originals unit. And since then, we have not had that ever come back into Dragon Ball Legends. It's always been like, you know, like a free-to-play event or something, which is cool, right? Because we got like, you know, our Verse Dark type unit with that, with Giblet and stuff like that. But we have not had a premium game originals unit for years now. And again, the first one that we got was during a Legends Festival. This is the best opportunity for them to finally give us a brand new premium game originals unit. Like I've gone on record and said too many examples of what I would like to see. Again, we could do Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Super Saiyan Future Gohan from Xenoverse, well, Xenoverse 2 specifically. We can get Broly and Trunks from Dokkan. Like, things like that. Heck, actually, okay, look, this is me personally. You guys don't have to agree with this at all. This would completely like make the entire year for me. And this is also partial fanboyism. Give us Gohan Black. Like, there's literally not a single reason now to not give us Gohan Black. And I'll explain. Gohan Black, yeah, I mean, he would technically be, no, he should be game originals, right? But Gohan Black could finally come into Dragon Ball Legends because of the 7th anniversary happening. We got Shallot in Sparking Zero. Shallot is in that game. And again, there's usually give and take when it comes down to these type of collaborations. So if we end up, you know, having Shallot in Sparking Zero, we should get something from Sparking Zero into Dragon Ball Legends. And the #1 option that would be unique, creative, and a lot of people would appreciate would be Gohan Black. You give me Gohan Black, you officially made the year for me personally. I'm happy, right? Now, obviously, that's like not to downplay all of the issues that Dragon Ball Legends has had throughout the year, of course, right? Like, the game has been very, very shaky throughout the year. I'm just saying personally, for me, I'd be happy, and that's just like pure fanboyism, right? But still, Gohan Black would be an incredible character when it comes down to an inclusion in Dragon Ball Legends, let alone the fact of just having him transfer over to different games in general, because as of right now, Gohan Black is only in Sparking Zero, which again, I get it, he's an exclusive character to that game, but it doesn't mean that you can't cross over characters. I mean, Android 21 crossed over, actually, I think she's in every game at this point. Well, except for Sparking Zero. So, like, give us like Gohan Black. That would be really cool. Again, a new game originals character that everybody would appreciate. Everyone. But if not him, again, there's still other options out there too. Like, I mean, I don't know like what exactly would be like considered Legends Festival worthy per se, but I think the 3 that I listed, like, you know, Broly and Trunks, or Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Super Saiyan Future Gohan, or Gohan Black, like things of that sort would be really, really cool to have in Legends for Legends Festival. But that aside, there is one other thing that I would like to see. When it comes down to Dragon Ball Legends, especially Legends Festival, the one thing that they tend to do a lot is add some sort of brand new mechanic. Now, this year, in technicality, we did get the ground battles, which, I mean, that's, the reception for that is shaky, I'll just put it at that. And we also did get Succession. We got Succession at the beginning of the year with LF Future Gohan and Trunks. But apart from that though, like Succession is just another Second Life mechanic, right? And then we had one more unit get that during the anniversary with Tian and Chaozu. So I would like to see them come up with something new, because adding a Second Life mechanic in a game that already has Second Life mechanics isn't really too, like, okay, in the way how you utilize it might be special, but in the grand scheme of things, it's still a Second Life mechanic, so it's not too special. I mean, heck, during the anniversary, actually, we had like that minion mechanic with Nappa, right? Where you can plant Cybermen and they can go and attack for you. And if it's like a devastating blow or whatever the case may be, the Cybermen will take the hit, Nappa would be fine. So that was really cool. That was actually really cool. But I still would like to see them do something different when it comes down to Legends Festival, right? Because taking like the minion mechanic and like the succession mechanic aside, the last new mechanic we got was, I believe, the active gauge. So, and that came with Ultra Beast Gohan last year during that Legends Festival. So maybe, just maybe, they can come up with something that would honestly be like a really cool mechanic to include with Legends Festival. The only thing is, I don't know what it could be at this point, right? Like, because we have unique gauges, we have active gauges, we have multiple ways of cover changing, we have ways of countering Rising Rush, like we have ways of countering moves and all sorts of stuff. Like, they've done a lot, but at this point, when it comes down to innovation, that's where their brains really have to start like moving to make it a fresh and unique experience for all of us. So as of right now, I would like to see them add something else. I just personally don't know what they could do. But again, they've surprised us before when it came down to mechanics that maybe we just didn't consider. So maybe they can do something along those lines too. We'll have to see. But I would like to see some sort of brand new mechanic. But apart from that though, those are really my thoughts for Legends Festival. It's not even really with units anymore. It's just what can they do to make the experience feel fresh and new for everybody, especially seeing that it's the, one of the biggest celebrations of the year next to the anniversary. So again, they really got to step it up this year, because with how shaky the year has been, at the very least, they can wrap up the year with a solid bang. But that's just my thoughts on Legends Festival 2025. But I do want to know your thoughts on what you would like to see for Legends Festival 2025 in the comment section below. But with that being said, I'm Ndukauba, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.